this lesson, we're going to learn the arc hand strike, sometimes called a choke strike. So to do arc hand strike, you need to understand what an arc hand is to begin with. And this is what we mean by an arc hand. So if you look at this here, the fingers are all tight together, almost to the point where they're starting to overlap. You notice that it looks like the fingers are all kind of coming to a single point. You notice that the hand is cupped slightly, so the hand is not open like a regular knife hand. It's cupped. You notice that the thumb is out to the side. Okay? And the striking tool for an arc hand is actually the side of the knuckle of your first finger. So this is the striking tool right here. The first biggest knuckle of your first finger. And what you're doing with this technique, you're not striking like this or like this, but halfway in between. So just trying to make sure you see this on video, what I'm doing here. The idea here is you're targeting the throat with this. So if you do it same hand, same foot, it is a regular arc hand front strike. If you do it opposite hand, opposite foot, then it's reverse arc hand front strike. And you notice the hand that is back, the one that's not striking, is also in an arc hand position. So when you interchange them, the non-striking hand is also making an arc hand. So it's back, it's cocked back, but it's in an arc hand. So that both hands mirror each other, what they're doing. Just like with all the techniques that we've been doing up until now, the hand that is back is always mirroring the other hand. So with this technique, you can use it just as a strike, where you simply come forward and strike the person in the throat. You can use it to hit, you can use it to push the person back, so it can be used like a violent shove. So starting from this position, you can shove a person back, or you can simply come in and hit, strike the person and do damage here to the throat. And of course, you have the option of grabbing afterwards. So you can strike, and as you make the strike, you can also squeeze together and grab the person's throat, so it becomes a choke. So think of it both as a strike, okay? Think of it as a strike, and think of it as a strike that you can turn into a choke. But don't think of it as if you're just going for the choke right away. You're not just reaching forward and grabbing somebody to choke them. That's not what you're doing with this technique. If you do that, where you just go forward and try to grab, it's going to be slow. The other person is going to see that coming. They're going to swat the hand away and get rid of it. The idea is it has to be fast. It has to be delivered as if it was a strike. And then from there, then you can grab. After you've struck, you can grab and squeeze. So looking at that from the side, so arc hand, front strike. Again, we're targeting throat level. Always going for the throat on this. Okay? So this is arc hand front strike. If you're doing reverse, then there's reverse. So practicing a few by count. I'm going to go reverse on these ones. 2, 3, turn around. 2, 3, turn around. So again, very important, make the arc hand shape with your hand. So I know this is a new technique now. Once again, we haven't used this before. The striking tool is that the side of the first knuckle. So again, a new striking tool that we haven't used before. You don't want to hit with your thumb. You don't want to hit with the tips of your fingers. You're going to get injured if that happens. And remember, go for the strike first and foremost. Don't worry about the choke. So use this to strike to the throat right here. That's why we make this shape, is so that we can get in there between the chin and the chest. We can get in, and then after you make the strike, optionally, if you want to, then you can squeeze and lock in and make a choke out of it. So that is arc hand front strike, also known as the choke strike.